You've had a non-fault accident. That means someone's hit your car and it's not your fault. What are you entitled to, and what are the processes by the insurer or whoever's dealing with your claim to actually process it? So the first thing you're entitled to is a like-for-like hire vehicle. Not a courtesy car that you get on a fault, a small car. You get a car that's very similar to what you was driving prior to the accident. But that's only if you haven't got multiple cars in the family or the business, whatever you've got, that you've got access to. If you haven't got that, then you're entitled to that car. Now this comes in the form of credit hire. It is credit. Credit means that you sign a form stating that you will cover the cost in the event they do not make a recovery from the at-fault insurer of the other person's insurance company who hit you. Why is this a worry? Well, if you do not give the right information at the start, and I tell you that you should give all the information you can and get it accurate at the beginning, and something comes out later on and they change the fault from 50-50 or the non-fault to a fault for the other person, then the credit hire company could come after you for the cost of that hire, and it's not cheap. So make sure you get your information right at the beginning and make sure that the person dealing with it is doing it correctly. Secondly, you're entitled to repairs on your vehicle. Now the repairer will put it into a network, or the credit repair company, credit hire company will put it into a network, and they predominantly pay more money to repair than they do when they were at fault. So if it's a fault accident, the insurer pays. When it's a non-fault, the other person pays. So the repairer will get more money for repairing it. So you should get a really good job done in your vehicle. So that's a good thing. And thirdly, you're entitled to an injury claim. The person dealing with your claim will then put you in to a doctor or through a solicitor, and they'll deal with that, and they'll for you and your passengers, they'll deal with your injury claims and get that paid out as well. So you get a like-for-like vehicle, you get your good repairs on your car, and you get an injury claim if you have been injured, and that will get sorted. And there's processes now for injury claims on an online system amongst all the insurers to get this done very quickly and get the payments done. So what are the pitfalls of a non-fault, and actually who's dealing with your non-fault claim? Today we're only talking about a claim where you've put it for your insurance company and your insurance company are dealing with it. There is something else in the market on a non-fault claim called third-party capture. I'll do that in a separate video. That's where the person who hit you, it's their insurance company, chases you and rings you up to get them to deal with your claim. That's a separate video, we'll go into that. This one is about your insurer dealing with your claim. But the first thing to note is 80% of the insurance companies out there do not deal with their own non-fault claims. They bang it out to an accident management company or a credit repair hire company like Enterprise, Help Hire, Carpenters is a company that deals with this type of thing. They'll actually ship or farm, we should say, your claim out to a separate company to deal with. Why do they do that? It's because they make money from your claim. It's a revenue stream for them. They don't pay out, or if they do pay out, they're going to get the money back. So there's quite a lucrative amount of money to be made. Not as much as there used to be. The government has jumped on top of this now and stopped a lot of companies. We used to call them ambulance chasers and everybody in the market doing this. But actually the insurance companies are doing it, because I was one of the companies that used to do this for one of the big insurers. So they'll ship it out. So why do you need to know that? Well, if someone rings you and says, I'm your insurance company, we're going to deal with your claim, the first thing I would say is, that's great, but who are you actually? Who are you really? And 9 times out of 10 they'll say, we're Help Hire, Enterprise, how can I help you? It's not a bad thing, but you need to know who's dealing with your claim and the fact that your insurer farmed you out. However, if you have issues or you've got complaints, you go directly to the person you had a contractual agreement with, the policy for your insurance. You go straight to the insurance company and you complain directly to them. Don't complain to the accident management company or the person dealing with it, because they'll try and hide it, because they don't want the insurer to find out that there's a complaint case unless the insurer finds out, because the more complaints, the more likely they'll lose their contract and they'll lose a lot of money. So it's better to complain directly to the insurance company, even if you find out someone else is dealing with your claim. I will complain to the insurance company. in writing, in email, and in phone call, and document everything that you send over to them. If you're not happy with your response and when you're complaining, there's lots of things you could be complaining about. If you complain and you don't get anywhere, go straight to the Automotive Ombudsman. You can find it online. The insurance company actually obliges to give you that detail if you ask them. If you ring up the insurance and say, I want the Ombudsman's details and I want your reference number, every claim number and everything, go straight to the Ombudsman, detail exactly what's happened. And the reason why I say this is because the insurers hate getting Ombudsman claims. It costs them money, averages £700 to deal with, even if they're right or wrong, to deal with an Ombudsman complaint. So the last thing they want is a complaint coming on the table. As soon as you start doing that, you'll find that you'll get action from them to try and sort out the issues. So that's one thing. Secondly, what you have to bear in mind is they farmed your claim out to a third party. That third party either repairs your car, does the hire, gives the claim back to that insurance company, and then they get the money back. If they do that, that's fine. But if they're allowing the solicitors or the people who are dealing with your claim to claim that money back, it doesn't mean they're very good at it. And if they're not that good, and your premium comes up for renewal, and they haven't recovered that money on file, there might be a negative amount on your file that causes your premium to go up. So you need to contact your insurer when your premium is due to make sure the premium they're quoting is on the fact that you've got zero liability on your insurance cover unless you've had a fault accident within that year. So that's the other thing you need to bear in mind. So to summarise this, if you've had a non-fault accident and you're using your insurance company, more than likely they farm that out to somebody else. They'll give you a credit hire vehicle, that credit hire and credit repair. It could be a credit repair as well, so you're liable for all the costs. They will then try and get that credit hire and credit repair back from the at-fault insurer on the evidence you've given and the evidence they've and the decisions they've made. And if there's any reason why your information is incorrect or more information comes out, there might be the fact that you're liable for cost. This is something you've got to bear in mind. So as long as it's a cut and shut case, you know you wasn't at fault and the person's admitted liability, you've got witness statements, fantastic, it's great. And the last thing with that is you haven't got any excess to pay. There's zero excess on this, so it's a win-win. So hopefully that was enough information on a non-fault claim. If there isn't any information in this video, then they've got the details how to contact us, leave us a message or leave us a message underneath the video, and we'll try and include that information for you. Like I always say, please subscribe to our videos. If we ever do make anything like this, will be put back in to try and help others, because my aim is to help everybody in the industry to combat what the insurers are doing in the market. Please subscribe. Hope that was good information for you, and have a nice day. Thank you.